Hey guys, welcome to the stream tonight. Yes, tomorrow is the big day finally, and I'm sure we're all excited. And tonight I want to do just a quick stream before tomorrow. I will be streaming tomorrow also in the morning. I might be doing that stream alone, just depending. I just depends on, I guess, if anyone wants to join. But here we're gonna do a quick stream tonight, just for fun, basically. So. If you guys want to introduce yourselves, go on ahead.
Hello, everybody. Megaliab here.
Kaiju Fanatic 2001. Just
Very descriptive.
World Evolution.
Okay, yes, and they're both playing games right now, so that's a good sign.
Doesn't mean I can't listen.
Fuck Hedora.
You'd fuck Hedora?
No, I hate fighting Hedora in this game.
I'm going to try to get the comments on the side.
Alright. First of all, I gotta get my phone charger before my phone dies, because Google Hangouts destroys phone batteries.
Honestly, I know exactly what you mean.
That's why I want on my computer. I don't want my fucking phone batteries dying.
But right now I'm just trying to set something up, but I don't think it's going to work. Or maybe I'm just being retarded. We'll get talking here in a second, by the way. That ain't going to work, is it?
Are we just waiting for actual people to join?
I mean, there's some people watching already. It didn't take long. I was trying to set up this where that image was on the side, but I don't think it's going to work. So we can have the comments on the side of the video, but I'm not professional, so I have no idea how to... Oh, wait a minute. Okay. This is interesting.
What?
I didn't know you could pop out the comments like that.
Huh.
Well, I don't think it matters. So, I'm going to put that image of Godzilla back up, and then I'm going to be about ready to get discussing, fellers. That copyrighted image just probably can get this video taken down.
Yeah, at least maybe this time it'll actually be from the Legendary or Telephone instead of some random other...
I swear to God. Okay. So. Okay. So, shall we begin? I think the big thing I want to start out with is very simple, and that's just prediction stuff. As the night goes on, we'll be talking about more of all the other news that's dropped, and this stream will probably last till about 9 o'clock-ish. So we're going to just kind of move with the flow here and just see how this goes. So first things first, in case people don't know, NECA did announce today they're doing a full line. So all the other Godzilla figures, which is pretty cool for Godzilla King of the Monsters. And that wasn't a Comic-Con. That had to be announced somewhat at Comic-Con, just within an interview or something. But so that's some Comic-Con news. That's kind of why I said that. But I think the big thing that we're all kind of wondering right now is what's coming to Comic-Con. I think it's very safe to say a trailer.
Yes, hopefully.
I mean, we got the Alberto website giving a official runtime and rating. I don't know why they would wait a week after imagine them doing that. Just imagine them waiting until the next day after Comic-Con to release a trailer.
That'd be... I would not like that.
I would go nuts.
I mean, you'd probably find leaks, but...
I mean, yeah, but I don't know. We're all assuming that that's not how it's going to work. So we're just going to go here and say that the trailer's out tomorrow.
Most likely.
I'm about 98% confident.
Yeah.
But the other 2% is just because they could just do something screwy. But they're really hyping up the Monarch. Like they even got Godzilla heading to San Diego, and we got confirmation of trailers coming. Been reading and stuff. I've had a lot of people asking me, do you think they're going to show monsters, like monsters footage in that trailer?
Oh, hi, yeah, I think they're going to show off, like, either it's going to be like their original monsters, or they're going to show off the big four.
I honestly feel like the original monsters might not even show up that much in the marketing.
Or they could do Polo Mucho and just reveal them via figurines.
I mean, here's what I think we'll see tomorrow. I think we'll see a lot of human scenes. Probably that one with Millie Bobby Brown. I'm hoping the director cut version, the one where she still has raps. Have you guys seen that version where she's like whispering to herself when you hear the roars?
Yeah. And
yeah.
it keeps cutting away, and the wraps on her hands keep fucking disappearing.
Yeah, but there's another version of it.
You know this how?
Huh?
Can I see it? I want to see it.
I'll have to send it to you. But there's a version of it where her wraps stay on her hand. She rolls up in the ball, but the camera angle doesn't ever change, and she starts whispering to herself, like, "No, please stop, please stop." It was released. Michael released it.
Interesting.
Okay. Well, if you guys want to talk real quick, I'm getting the phone call. How professional.
What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something about the trailer. So, this is most likely going to be an actual, like, official trailer, right? It's not just a teaser trailer.
I don't know. All I know is that we're getting something tomorrow. Like it's going to be either a teaser trailer or the official trailer. Could be either or.
I hope it's the official trailer. Like, if it is a teaser trailer, I won't mind, but
it'll be the teaser trailer. I don't see why they would drop the official trailer a year in advance. Maybe they will. Who knows? I just don't see them doing that.
Yeah.
Now,
I hope that the teaser trailer is not like 40 seconds or something like that. That would be kind of a letdown.
I think they said that the teaser trailer. I think that little leak was like it's like 2 minutes and 20-something seconds.
Oh, that's a long.
It's a full length trailer. It's like what they're doing with Kong. I think that most of the footage is going to be that Millie Bobby Brown stuff. But
I feel like they save that one image of Godzilla breathing his atomic breath for like the official trailer.
I think what they're going to have in it, I think they're going to have lots of human scenes, especially really promoting Millie Bobby Brown because it seems like she's going to be their promoting star, which makes sense because she's really popular right now.
Yeah.
I think she'll be a big promotion point. I think they'll show a lot of scenes of human running. No. I think they'll show locations that are big plot details. Like I think they might show the Temple of the Moth and the volcano and maybe even the ice. I think they'll definitely show scenes of Godzilla. Maybe not a lot, but I'm sure they'll show some scenes of Godzilla. And I definitely think we'll see him roaring or something. I think the big thing is that we'll see some hints of the other two monsters. And I'm really curious on if they're going to use the Comic-Con footage of Ghidorah from a few years ago.
That's probably. I mean, that's probably about it.
I mean, it's all pretty. I think it all works.
I think the most likely thing is that we'll be seeing Godzilla in the damn trailer.
Oh no, Corey, you don't have Twitter, do you?
No, I mean I can still go on Twitter.
I don't know how I send you this stuff.
I mean, you can just send me the link to the Twitter thing, and I can still see it. Like, just because I don't have an account. Like, that's how I watch the audio.
Okay. Let me find the link. It's on Michael's official one. Where is the copy of the link at? I don't see it. Oh, here we go. I guess this works. Like Ryan said though, I'm about confident we'll see a bit of Godzilla. I'm gonna send you this. You tell me if you get it or not. I'll send it in the
fuck. Oh, there we go. Okay, wait, what?
I definitely I definitely there was an audio clip that came out today had Godzilla's roar in it. It was literally just the 2014 one, like not even altered at all. So I honestly I'm okay with them not altering Godzilla's roar at all. 2014 is an amazing roar.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2014 had one of my favorite Godzilla roars. So I'm cool with them keeping it.
All right, it might kick me out of the stream because I'm watching something with audio, but I don't know. Let's see.
It will. I forgot you're on your phone. Okay, Ryan. So, yep.
Sorry if I'm being really quiet right now. I'm just beating a 100-meter monster down.
Anyways, I think the trailer. Corey said the shot won't be in it. I'm kind of feeling like we might see the shot of him shooting his atomic breath in the air. I think, if anything, Kong Skull Island's teaser trailer is a good indicator, the one from the Comic-Con to go off of. But the problem with going off of that, too, is that they wanted to hide Kong's design at the time. They have nothing to hide with Godzilla's design.
Yeah.
I mean, if they really had anything to hide, why'd they already show a full body shot of him and him shooting his atomic breath? Right? So, like...
Yeah, that's right.
That's so weird.
Did you just watch it?
Yeah, why do they, like, what is that other footage then?
I don't know. The other one, though, you can see a cameraman in the background when you look at the full screen version.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
So I'm pretty sure that one's, like, the one just for the Instagram videos, and then the one Michael posted was, like, the official scene.
Probably.
Because he actually has her wraps and stuff still on. But like we were saying, I think if anything, a good indicator to go off of what we'll see in this trailer, I think would be the Kong Comic-Con trailer. But at the same time, though, I don't think that's right either because they had a lot to hide for Kong. For Godzilla, they have nothing really to hide from him. I'm like, if they really had anything to hide, they wouldn't have showed this shot I already have up on the screen right now.
I think the reason why they showed it off is because Mike was really like, yeah, you guys know you guys get the gist of what he's gonna look like. You've seen the first movie, so here's a gist of what he looks like. The only thing we added was just bigger spines and a thicker tail, maybe.
They don't seem very, like, hitative, however you want to say that about the other designs so far.
Well, that's mostly because the other design, like Rodan, Ghidorah, and Mothra, are they we don't know what they really look like, and the only like piece of evidence we know is their like the cave painting art that art we had, which was a little bit ago. Now the problem with Godzilla though, everyone knew that they were either going to keep the design the same, or they were going to keep the design, like the similar traits, but add something new to it.
Yeah, it's like, why hide it if...
Why hide it if we know what's gonna look like?
It's like in the 2014 movie, why hide him after his big reveal?
He's got a point there.
I mean, we had a weird drama director doing that movie, and then we have like a horror movie director doing this one, which is interesting.
Yeah.
I'm hoping he brings some of those horror elements in, but I'm hoping he doesn't get too goofy with this movie because I feel like he says he's a big fan of Godzilla, but going off his track record, I feel like he might get a little bit goofy with this movie. I mean, he did help with films like Superman Returns and some of the X-Men movies, but...
What's that beeping I keep hearing?
It's my house alarm. I guess so. That's basically our predictions. Other than that, they might give us some news on the movie, and then they might, if it's true, the whole mannequin thing, they might reveal someone's design in full. But I don't see that happening.
Yeah.
Like I don't see them showing off the full design. I just see them showing off like a split second of like a monster roaring, most likely either Rodan or Mothra.
That's like what they did for Muto, like in the trailer, the first trailer. You just seemed for like a split second in the air.
We got the Muto's roar in her trailer back in the day. Or the Muto's roars. I think the big thing though, whatever roar we've been hearing, I feel like they're not just gonna leave that out of the trailer. I feel like something's gonna be up with that.
I feel like Ghidorah or Rodan. Well, actually, no. I feel like that's Ghidorah or Mothra.
Well, I
Oh,
thought
I
I was
feel like Ghidorah is going to be like more hyped up. It's like, oh, we're gonna hide his design until we're like later on into development of the movie, like later on, like wait, like a little bit, like I'd say like 3 or 4 months before the movie actually gets released.
I think the
Because
big thing.
the thing with movies nowadays is the big villain gets hyped up. Like take Batman v Superman for example. Even though I hate the movie, you know, um, they didn't they like hide Doomsday like a little bit like
They showed
before
him
the
in the
movie
final
released.
trailer. They showed
Yeah.
him in the final trailer at the
So
end.
most likely we'll see Ghidorah in the final trailer. And also Captain America Civil War, where they revealed Spider-Man so late.
Well, they didn't even show him in a trailer, I don't think.
No, they
Yep.
showed him in a trailer.
Oh,
was
yeah,
like-
they
It
did.
was when it was going under Roos, and then
I forgot. Hey, everyone. Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. Anyways,
Yeah,
I'm
he
just saying,
wasn't feeling that good during that trailer.
honestly, I thought I was being an over-speculative fan when I watched that clip the other day, the one with Millie Bobby Brown and the roars at the end. Because when I slowed it down, all it sounded like was alarms. Like it sounded like sirens. But then everyone else, like me, is saying that it sounds like a roar when you play it as normal speed. So I
No,
don't know.
I really can't see anything else but a roar.
It's
Yeah.
just interesting on who it would be and why they would reveal Ghidorah's roars this early into the whole thing, right?
No,
I think the thing what they're trying to do is like you know what it's going to be, like and now you know what his roar sounds like, but now the thing is, what does he look like? The big thing is like, oh hey, you guys know what he's gonna look like. Like you know a lot of stuff about him.
Should
Fucking Anguirus, stop it. Ugh.
should we go ahead and talk about like the posters and stuff that were released?
yeah.
God damn it, Anguirus.
Before we talk
Jesus
about the
Christ.
Monarch stuff.
Yeah.
The poster, I don't like it.
Oh yeah. And I don't like it either.
Yeah, I don't care for this poster.
I'm just saying, in my opinion, I don't think it's very great put together. Maybe that's just my opinion. I think the shot that I've had on screen for most of the stream would look better as a poster.
Definitely.
I get it's just a teaser poster, but I remember 2014's teaser posters and their Comic-Con posters. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, there's one with just his tail, but it still looked amazing. There's one of him made out of rubble. There's the one of his spines with the halo drop scene. I don't know. Maybe there's context we're missing to it. I just think it looks lazy. Same with the clip we got. I think there's a lot of context missing there because that scene played out a little awkward.
Well, yeah, it is a teaser trailer though, so it's probably like, oh, here's a little thing to show
It's
you
a
what's going
teaser
on.
for a teaser, so it's like but I still don't think even in the trailer we'll get context. I don't think we'll get context for that scene until the movie comes out because she seems a little awkward about saying monarch.
Maybe it's like something about
mom works for
Monarch
it.
that she doesn't care for. It's like, oh god,
That's odd though because her mom works for Monarch.
it's probably like one of those things where it's like either it's like it's either like she's had a problem with Monarch, like they're gonna pull a Mickey Segusa from the Heisei series and literally just have her be like, oh, the monsters aren't the bad guys. Well, you men are all the same and all that crap. Or B, which is the most, or B, mommy issues. you know, yeah, basic movie trope number 12, parental issues. Usually it's the daddy issues, but here they're changing it up, and now it's the mommy issues.
Hell, for all we know, at that point she might already be kidnapped. So it's like, who knows?
But all I know is that I'm very like positive that something with Ghidorah is popping up.
Which I did not expect. I thought they were gonna like hide Ghidorah completely.
No, I was like, I really like how they're hyping up Ghidorah here. It's like, hey, like, his roar, he's gonna be in the movie, but the real question is, what does he look like?
I think the big question, I'll save that for when we get on to it. But I don't know.
I hate stationary guns. And
So far, the marketing for the film has been it's been good at hyping up. It's just been a little odd, just because I don't like the poster, and then that clip was a little weird. It was still good. It was just kind of weird.
I think
But
the best thing we got more marketing so far was that one picture of Godzilla where he's shooting the atomic breath, because that came out of nowhere, and it's like,
yeah,
wow,
for
that's the
real.
first thing they're going for?
Who expected that? I think the big thing that we have a lot of stuff we can talk about right now. The Monarch website that I can't get to load.
Yeah, that's been an interesting website.
So, people already got the leaks like a couple days ago, but finally we got the declassification through our audio track earlier. And so we know every top secret thing. We can track Godzilla. He's heading to San Diego right now from Japan, which is interesting. Maybe he'll actually show up there in real life. I think, man, he's like, damn it, I just missed G-Fest.
So did
I think, what?
I said, so did I.
Same. The cave drawing. What's your thoughts on the not all the other stuff, just the cave drawings themselves?
On it, for the other three monsters, I actually really like so far from what I've seen, I really like the what we've got for cave paintings. Like, we get a little gist of what the designs may look like, and I really like what they're doing with each kaiju. It's like they're trying to stay traditional but still also grounded. Like, for example, Mothra probably has the biggest change of any of the kaiju there, where they kind of take a GMK route and give her much bigger leg. Like, they gave her much bigger legs instead, unlike GMK, where they were still proportionate enough. These legs are like really big.
Godzilla's almost in San Francisco. He's really freaking close, or San Diego. Like, he's crazy close right now.
With designs, it's interesting for me because obviously Godzilla I'm still fine with. Ghidorah, we haven't really seen him yet. Like, the cave painting looks kind of cool. I'm not going to lie, that kind of looks cool. The cave paintings of Rodan, I think, look okay, and Mothra I'm kind of conflicted about.
Again, it could just be the fact that it's a cave painting, because, like, for example,
like,
you
that's
look
what I'm
at
saying,
it,
like,
ain't her body like 50 feet tall and her wings are like 800? I'm like, that doesn't match up with the cave painting.
Yeah, like, the thing is, like, I'm just going off the cave paint. Like, that's why I'm not saying, I hate their designs in this movie, just because, like, we haven't really gotten anything completely official.
But so far, like, I like what we got for the cave painting of Mothra, and I absolutely adore the Rodan sort of design they gave him. And that's a bit of bias since, along with Mechagodzilla, I think more than Mechagodzilla, actually, Rodan is my personal favorite kaiju.
I mean, those paintings we got, like, the paper.
No, it's not Megalon.
The paper paintings we got that are like the one that shows Mothra from above. Mothra just looks like Mothra to me.
Yeah, it's also like that old picture.
I mean, to be fair, there's not much you can do with Mothra. I mean, it's just a big moth.
But it looks like they're doing something with Mothra.
Yeah, they're doing something that actually looks cool and not like awkward as shit, like the 92 Mothra.
Honestly, I think she's got a stinger. Just looking at her, because I'm looking at her right now.
Like, I'm really glad that they're going for like a more like I hope they go like for like they're going for a more like realistic look, which I am happy for, because it's gonna look like it's gonna fit in well with the monster designs, unlike the fucking 92 version, which I absolutely don't look here for.
I'm gonna break these down one by one. If you guys, as I'm saying them, if you guys want to share some thoughts, but before I do, what's your thoughts on them calling the kaijus in the MonsterVerse Titans now?
I'm going to call them kaiju. It's going to be the most forgettable thing about the movie, because I'm like, I have one word implemented in my brain when I think of monsters like Godzilla and all those guys. Kaiju.
Oh.
So now I'm just going to have to randomly call them Titan? No, I'm used to the word kaijus.
Well, it's weird because Mitos is like the established word in the universe for them, and then you're just going to change that. They're just gonna retcon the fact that they were called Mutos.
Yeah, I don't. That's what I was thinking. Like, well, technically, before Godzilla and Ghidorah and Rodan, really, if they, unless like they figure out or figure out in the movie they've had their names like from past sources, and that's why they call them that. Won't they just call them Mutos?
Well, Ghidorah, they only reference him as a Titan once, but for the most part, he's just called nothing but Monster Zero.
Which I absolutely love, by the way, because
all the Monster Zero in this movie.
yeah, it's like it's been over 50 years since he's been called Monster Zero in like in a Godzilla movie. So it's kind of like, oh, hey guys, remember when he was called Monster Zero? Yeah, that was were the days. Yeah, I love that how they're calling him Monster Zero.
I'm gonna break down points from each kaiju one by one because we have all the things open now, and I'm just gonna basically go with my thoughts as I break them down. I'm gonna take like points from each of them. And then whenever we get on the abilities, I'm going to read all of them. So for Mothra, her name is Titanus Mazura, which her monarch designation is called Mothra, but her classification for her species is Titanus Mazura. Her nature is unknown. Her body height is 52 feet, which is very, very small. I think that's about as big as Eren Yeager's Titan from Attack on Titan. Her wingspan is 803 feet tall, and her range is unknown. So what's your thoughts on those little details?
I find it weird how she's only 50 meters tall. I'll say that.
50 feet.
That's what I meant.
That's like barely. That's like not even as large as King Kong and Skull Island.
That's not even.
Oh.
That's like the size of probably maybe only a little bit over a small skull crawler.
My question is, I forget how big was Mothra in GMK?
A lot bigger than that.
GMK Godzilla wasn't. I mean, I think she was pretty small because GMK Godzilla's not really one of.
He was 54 size.
Yeah.
But she, I mean, to be fair, exactly, they were all 54 size. But we're talking about the MonsterVerse where the creatures go up to like apparently 500 some feet now. So it's like, I'm saying, I think she should be a little bigger. I mean, I guess her wings make up for it, but her body's so tiny. But I'm glad they're using Mazura as a classification thing, Titanus Mazura, because that's Mothra in Japanese.
Yeah.
Which is
Mothra.
Kind of lazy, but I mean, whatever. It's kind of it's worse with Rodan. We'll get onto that. I just I don't know. I feel like her body's gonna look weird compared to the rest of her when you see just her tiny little body, but then these huge ass wings coming at you. They do talk about the Temple of the Moth, but they say the folklore and fairy tales tell of a creature of blinding light, an angel of the clouds whose godlike Lebanis, or whatever that word is, has the power to shatter the sky. I don't know what they mean by that.
Okay, wait. Remember that picture that was on the Monarch site where it's like?
Yeah, that's the one it was kind of reminding me of.
It's like an old picture. It looks like it's taken in like the 60s.
Yeah.
I like that a lot because it reminds me of like old UFO sightings or anything like that.
Well, it's interesting too because they talk about on the Monarch timeline some creature, they don't say who it was, but caused the fog of London in one year. But they don't say what creature did it. I think Mothra is probably the one that caused the fog of London, but it might be like an original creature. Who knows?
Yeah.
Or the smog of London or whatever it's called. Here, they refer to her as the Queen of the Monsters. So, do you guys like that kind of?
What, Queen of the Monsters?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a fitting name for her because, I mean, really, what other female kaiju you can think of could take the title of Queen of the Monsters?
Yeah, it's just kind of weird because how in the MonsterVerse, but let's see. They talk about how she once illuminated the sky, so I'm assuming she must glow or some shit. They keep mentioning
maybe it's her eyes because her eyes kind of have a glowing effect in like every movie.
Maybe they do the whole thing with her.
Maybe it's the poisonous powder thing.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Also, hi, Vinny.
What's up, Vinny?
What's up?
I think he's a little behind what we're talking about. We'll get on.
I am very much. I'm sorry. I would have joined sooner, but there was some shit I had to do first.
You're good. Whenever we get on the Rodan, we can catch you up with that. If that sounds good. We're gonna do Rodan next, and then get Ghidorah last. I'm gonna read her I'm gonna read her ability list thing real quick, and then we'll give our thoughts on that, and then we'll move on probably. So reading it quote for like the actual quote. People DNA samples suggest a remarkable multi-stage evolution. On reaching adulthood, Mothra's gigantic thorax is capable of emitting beta wave bioluminescent, which can be projected through I can't even say that fucking word. Something patterns on its wings and weaponized in the blinding god rays. As one of the deadliest, most beautiful natural phenomena in Earth's history, no wonder this devastation guardian angel was worshipped as a goddess by the ancient human civilizations blessed to witness her. So, supposedly she can shoot some sort of rays out of her wings.
The poisonous powder thing that she's had. For...
That has to be the poisonous powder that she has.
Well, it's a little weird though, because they say they refer to it as blinding god rays. That's why I was a little confused.
I don't think
that's kind of like a similar ability she's basically had in practically every movie.
Well, it's just because they keep referring to her as like basically shining the fucking sky, like just basically the sky glows when she's in it.
Well, when I say blinding rays or whatever, what I think of it's like something like what she did, what like Rainbow Mothra did in the Rebirth of Mothra trilogy, but I don't think that would work in this universe or make.
It's just a little interesting because you see that shot of her in the clouds, which by the way gives you a good idea of how small her body is compared to her wings if you really look at it. You know what shot I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, the one I was just talking about before.
Yeah, but you know how I think that's really like you said. I think that's what's showing off her ability.
Yeah.
I do want to get one thought out of Vinny real quick before we move on the Rodan.
Yeah, what's up?
What's your thoughts on the new classification name going from Muto to Titans?
I don't know. My thoughts are kind of non-existent about it. Actually, I really don't know what I can say without sounding like a retard.
I just think they should stick with Muto since that was like the name the universe used. I guess they're just doing Titan because they don't feel like using Kaiju.
Yeah.
I mean, they have. I wouldn't have a problem if they use Kaiju.
I mean, why not? But they're just not using it for whatever reason. All right. So, are you ready for Rodan?
Oh, hell yeah! Hell yeah!
I have a lot to say about the supposed leaked design.
Rodan's?
Yeah.
I'm about positive it's fake, which might make Ryan cry. But
you're gonna make me cry, Kyle. You're gonna make me goddamn cry. Disappoint me as a father. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, so let's head on to Titanus Rodan. By the way, the classification is Titanus Rodan, but the monarch designation name for the creature, like the one they're studying, is Rodan. That's real original, huh?
Damn it, I thought it would have been cooler if they called it Titanus Radon, because Radon is his
That's what they should have did. They're like, nope, we're going to call it Titanus Rodan. Well, what should we call it, Rodan? Its nature is biovolcanic. Its height is only 154 meters, so it's like 250 meters smaller than Godzilla, and about the height of Kong in Skull Island. Or it's more of the height of Kong from King Kong vs. Godzilla, my bad. Its wingspan is almost 900 feet tall. It's exactly 871 feet. Its behavior is destroyer, and its range is worldwide. Thoughts?
Wait, I'm sorry. What thoughts on what? I wasn't listening.
Rodan.
Oh.
All the top stuff they give, like the basic information, like his height and biovolcanic.
I think it's kind of interesting. Kind of reminds me of Fire Rodan a tiny bit.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna have a lot to say about Rodan since he is my favorite kaiju. Rodan, like I really like what they're going for Rodan in this film. Like he's the smaller enemy because usually in there's only been one time Rodan's been smaller than Godzilla, and that's in a sort of that's in Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla in 1993.
Yeah.
But here it's a more grounded. It's kind of like grounded more of a way, like a more realistic way of implementing Rodan, because Godzilla is basically a dinosaur. And it also goes for Mothra too, pretty much, because it's kind of like more like how the sizes of each animal is. Like Godzilla is more like dinosaur reptile thing. King Ghidorah is dragon. Rodan is most likely, yeah, he's pterodactyl, but from like if like any design leaks are of him, then it most likely is going to be like various birds of prey such as condors, vultures, etc. And then basically it's like the bigger the creature that we know of, the bigger the monster is. Like for example, like dragons are the biggest of the four. And so Ghidorah, so it's obvious Ghidorah would be the biggest. Then it's Godzilla, who's the dinosaur, who's pretty big. Then you have Rodan, who's the bird, which is the second second smallest. And then you have Mothra, who's the bug. Which, of course, if you have like half a brain, you know that insects are smaller than like half of the living beings.
But if we're going by that logic, the Mutos were parasites, and the one was as tall as Godzilla.
Well, keep in mind this is Mike Dougherty's direction, not necessarily Gareth Edwards' direction.
I would think an insect would be bigger than a parasite, though.
Well, technically, it depends on the parasite, really, because parasites like fleas, yeah, you got fleas, but I also got parasites like ticks and whatnot, which are basically the same size, or sort of the same size as regular insects.
Honestly, I think that's sort of more coincidental. It's not like they're really.
Yeah, it's just more of a coincidence. I mean, I just thought it'd be cool to point out, really.
Oh yeah, I understand. But it's like in that case, Kong. They're saying a gorilla would be the same size of a dinosaur. Well, I mean, I guess depending on.
Well, actually, no. Kong is not the same size. Well, actually, no. Godzilla's like 350 something feet.
Oh, wait.
If you go by the
Island's like.
If you go by the art book or whatever, he's 400 feet tall in the MonsterVerse.
Who,
I'm saying
Kong?
No, Godzilla. Kong's still growing though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Kong. Yeah, Kong. Yeah. Like I said, it's mostly a coincidence because of the whole Kong growing stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, because Kong is still a kid.
Yeah,
he's still a little baby.
He's a young.
He still hasn't been potty trained yet.
Is there any more you want to say, Ryan, before we let Vinny go and move on to the next stuff on Rodan?
Yeah, there's one thing I will bring up, and then if there's time, I'll talk about it more because
we're not done talking about Rodan. We got more to. We're going to go through his thing.
Okay,
here.
but I want to mention about the design a little bit, unless we're gonna go through that later on. Which
I mean, we can talk about when we go through his abilities.
Yeah, go. Okay, yeah, Vinny, you go next. I'll wait.
Okay. My thoughts on all that. I think that's really interesting. What kind of approach they're going for Rodan. It does give me vibes from Godzilla versus Godzilla 2 for some reason. That'd be because we mentioned that Rodan was more of a destroyer type, and Rodan was definitely not Godzilla's friend in Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla 2. That's the last time I'll compare the two. I apologize. So, I think it's an interesting approach to take it for Rodan. Give them some more, So, I'm not sure what the word is I'm looking for. What?
Like, I'm not necessarily sure what you were trying to go with there.
What I'm basically trying to say is it's a very unique approach they're taking for Rodan, and I don't think it's necessarily Gareth Edwards' approach because, like I said, he left, so this could be the new director's approach. So, but whatever approach it is, I think it's a fine one, and it is interesting how they're going to be handling Rodan, and it makes you wonder if Rodan will be one of Godzilla's enemies in the film. I mean, he might be for a short while, or maybe he might team up with them to destroy King Ghidorah. That's a theory. That's not a confirmation. Do not quote me on that. Who knows? But I do think. But like I said, I do think it is a unique approach with Rodan.
I'm gonna give some thoughts. I don't know how I feel about his size.
I mean, yeah. People could argue that Rodan is too small.
I think the only way they can make up for it is either A, because they're going. It looks like they're going similar to the Fire Rodan route. He was pretty small in that movie.
Yeah.
I'm
I
just
think,
like,
I think the way to make up for that, I should have mentioned this. I apologize. I think the way to make up for that is to make Rodan more of a fighter, rather than having him just fly all over the place and just tackling his opponents.
also, I think his wings are huge.
The thing really is that like the Mecha Godzilla, the Fire Rodan or Rodan 1993, whatever you want to call him, is that he, of course, they had the puppet, and let's be real here, the puppet wasn't exactly the most fluent thing in the world. In fact, it was quite far from it. But now they're using full-fledged CGI for this series, so we're probably going to see Rodan do a lot more stuff than just bump around on his opponents or shoot a laser.
Yeah, that is true.
I just want to see him pick up Godzilla and drop him.
Or just like Ghidra 3 at a monster, the dick drop.
Have him pick up Godzilla and drop him on the Empire State Building.
I don't know if they're going to New York. I think the final fight.
Right.
The final fight takes place in Boston. So.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It does?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Oh shit! What up? Yo, Corey, we're getting represented. We're getting represented over here, dude.
Finally.
I might be wrong. Don't quote me.
Corey, we gotta make an Instagram account on this. Hashtag Godzilla 2 loves Boston.
We know where the final fight takes place. I think it's Boston, but don't quote me. But I think it's.
I hope
a random place like Boston.
Come on, Boston. Hey,
they
Vinny.
were filming somewhere like around there at one point.
I love. If it does take place in Boston, then it would officially be one of the greatest Godzilla movies of all time.
Again, don't quote me. I'll have to look it up later. But I know the final fight takes place somewhere. Somewhere it begins with a B. So that's why I'm.
Better not be fucking Baltimore.
I don't think it's Baltimore, but I can't really check right now.
What if it just takes place in fucking Bermuda?
Bermuda. No, it takes place in the Bahamas.
Okay, so I'm gonna read some more stuff on Rodan. So they say some of his nicknames given by the ancient legends are Fire Demon and the One Born of Fire. They get the name Rodan from the ancient temples where the volcano is active. So you wanna? I know Ryan wants to give probably some thoughts on some of the nicknames they're giving these monsters.
It seems that they really want to bring back Fire Rodan for this movie. Like that, I think that's their intent right now. Just, hey, yo, guys, like like you said, Mike Dougherty's a big Godzilla fan, right?
Yeah.
Like, and didn't you tell me earlier that he was also a huge Rodan fan?
Oh yeah, he said that. He said to me, he always felt like Rodan was too much of a sidekick, and he thinks he did him justice in this movie. And he referred to him as an A-bomb with wings.
Oh yeah, so basically, I think Mike Dougherty is kind of like, hey, yo, like, you know, he's probably like he probably had a love for Fire Rodan, and he's like, hey, yo, I'm bringing him back because or at least reference it because we don't know if it's actually gonna be Fire Rodan.
I mean, they're making it sound a lot like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's gonna be Fire Rodan, or maybe maybe we'll have like a little backstory thing where we see Rodan, but hold up, I'm about to get my ass kicked, am I?
If anyone else wants to give some thoughts, because I haven't really heard Corey talk about some of the nicknames and stuff, because they're really bringing up the fire element with him.
I like the whole fire aspect to him. Like, Rodan's honestly one I more liked. I mean, I'm not saying he's gonna have a beam. Like, I don't think he'll have a beam in this movie. But
oh yeah, so I'm not wrong. I just checked. The final fight does take place in Boston.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, Corey.
The most random fucking place for it to take place.
Hey, shut up.
Not real, dude. No, not really.
Get out of here, Kyle. You're just jealous because it's not your state.
Why the fuck? Why would they fight in Ohio? Are they gonna fight over the farms and the drug deals, or?
Probably, I don't know. But dude, like Corey, I'm going to personally drive me, you, and Raymond all the way to a theater, and we're gonna be watching that together.
You're gonna go watch it in Boston.
We need to bring in signs just like represent.
Dude, we need to go to Showcase Cinema at Patriot Place.
Yes.
Any more thoughts that you got, Vinny?
No, not really. I feel like I said everything I had to say. I mean, it would be cool for Fire Rodan to be brought back. it seems like a possibility, maybe because they're definitely leading it up to it. That's not a confirmation, though. So again, do not quote me on that. Yeah, but I felt like I said everything I had to say.
Interesting.
What?
I just
What?
No, I thought Corey said something.
talking
Okay. I was originally just gonna read quotes from the yellow section, but after reading it, I'm actually just gonna read the full yellow section too.
Okay.
So, and I might even read the quote that Sarazawa and them have. So, okay. A volcanic internal combustion system, magma, flows throughout a body covered in rock-like scales that act as geothermal armor. While much larger in size, Rodan has a skeletal structure similar to that of a petrodon. One of the earliest vertebrates known to have developed the power of flight. Just as Kong is the king of primates, Rodan may have once been the king of the skies. Because of the extreme temperatures within this particular containment facility, current lab equipment can't function properly. As a result, thermal heat signatures on the creature are impossible to collect, and Monarch detection crews conducted cardiograms via aerial satellite for life sign detection and verification. Much like the volcano that incubates it, Rodan's alive but dormant. And then Sarazawa says remarkable use of color, and Chen, whatever his assistant's name is, says analysis found traces of blood in the pigment, perhaps to honor the fallen that fought against Rodan, or as an offering for his benevolence. And that we're talking about that there's blood in the drawing of Rodan in the cave drawing. So thoughts on that? I know Rodan's got a lot.
Into something. Two things. First of all, I just beat invade mode as Rodan again, so that's kind of coincidental. But secondly, one thing I completely I've completely forgot to mention is if you I'm not sure if you guys saw it in the DMs because I mentioned it, but they might. It seems like that. It also kind of seems like Mike's taking, for design wise, might be taking inspiration from the original concept design for Rodan, which was originally kind of looked similar to an Archaeopteryx or something like that.
Archaeopteryx.
Yeah, Archaeopteryx. So yeah, I think he might be going that direction, but of course we don't know that too much about the design. So
well, Ryan, I'm sure you have a lot to say about what I just said, and that's not even the abilities yet.
Can you repeat that? Sorry, I was trying to kick Burning Godzilla.
Well,
I'm not going to repeat all of it, but
he basically said there was blood in the cave painting of Rodan, and they said something about it. It might be either for the people who fought against Rodan or something. That's about as far as I got.
Or an offering for his benevolence, which basically means that Rodan's kind. They refer to Rodan as the king of the skies, like Kong's the king of the primates, and they say he has a volcanic internal combustion system of magma that flows throughout his body, covered in rock-like scales that act as a geothermal armor.
The whole tribal thing seems interesting. It's kind of like, is he gonna be like, I'm trying to think of a best example, like a best comparison for this, because I know there's
Kong.
No, not Kong. I can't think of it on the top of my head. I can't think. It was like the whole tribal thing and like giving sacrifices.
Oh.
Yeah, so Kong.
Not that's the Kong's not the one that comes up in my head though.
Godzilla 54?
Nope.
Is it a giant monster at all?
It's a giant monster, yeah.
I was gonna say Varan, but I haven't seen that movie, so I actually don't know what happened in that.
I don't remember if Varan. I've seen Varan before. I don't remember if they talked about like tribal sacrifices or anything like that though. Maga Orochi from Ultraman Orb, where it's kind of like he's like this monster god of destruction, and it's like these tribal people were scared of him and whatnot. Well, so they like offered stuff. So it's kind of reminds me of that in a way. It's kind of like, hey, cool.
I guess the two things I'm really asking are what's your guys' thoughts on both them questioning on if people fought against him or if it was like a sign of benevolence that they just put the blood in the thing for him, and his geothermal armor from the magma that flows through his body.
I mean, with the whole thing, I mean, I know in King Ghidorah, I don't remember Rodent. Well, I remember what he looked like, but I didn't look at it too closely. But I remember in King Ghidorah, they actually painted people fighting him. So I don't know if like that's all. Like all these monsters have past experiences, like if they fought people or whatever. But
Ghidorah. I'm like, Rodan makes more sense. How are you gonna fight Ghidorah with primitive weapons?
no, my favorite part is that there was they painted right next to the third head. There was some guy with a bow and arrow. And I was like, oh, that'll get him.
Maybe it has the nano metal on it from City on the Edge of Battle, Ryan's favorite movie.
Ew, gross.
Hey,
Vinny, since you want to share thoughts on the two things I said.
On Rodan's design, right?
Basically on his behavior and his geothermal armor stuff from the volcano.
On behavior, I do.
They're questioning on if he's like kind or if he was fighting against humans.
It's kind of strange. I really can't. I really will not know what to say. Perhaps it's a situation where he doesn't. Perhaps it's like a Kong situation where he doesn't harm humans. He really only defends his personal space. Maybe it could be like that, according to everything that you just read. So I don't know. I feel like that's what it might be. I'm not saying that is the exact behavior. I'm just saying that's probably. I'm just saying that's just my theory. That's just my theory.
Hey, Kyle, has anyone commented anything?
Yeah, but nothing really about the stream. It's all like hello.
Oh.
It's like 50 hellos. It's weird. I can check again real quick. Oh, we got some people talking actually. My bad.
Oh shit.
But I'm a little behind on what they're talking about. Anyways, so anyone else want to say anything about what we were just talking about, or should we move on to abilities and stuff?
Abilities, unless.
let's go on to those abilities.
So, according to the classified, the red section, I'm going to read the full quote, and this is where it shows him laying in the volcano, just sleeping. Rodan's wings are wrapped around its body in stasis, but I'm not going to estimate a wingspan big enough to create a sonic thunderclap capable of leveling entire cities as it flies overhead. RF capture scans reveal that Rodan's skin is not made of rock, but does have an outer dermis of sharp volcanic sediment collected from centuries of dormancy. Psyops theorizes that the volcanized appearance of its skin may be an evolutionary trait developed as a form of camouflage against mountain or large rock formations, truly a titan large in fire.
So this is Rodan, right?
Yeah.
I'm honestly kind of wondering if he's going to have any sort of beam or any sort of power at all, or if he's just going to be mostly just a complete melee monster.
Well, they're talking about doing thunderclaps and stuff. That really reminds me of Showa.
Yeah.
I know Ryan's probably got a lot to say.
About his abilities?
Yeah.
Basically, it reminds me of, like, a mix of, like, every Rodan. Like, every Rodan we've got, like... I think the one thing that is kind of like missing there, or the two things at least, are the wind breath that he had in the original movie, and what's his face?
Well, we don't know. That might still be in there.
Oh, maybe, or maybe they'll also have like where he was like he took it like a boss, like he took the ability like a boss. Or whatever, the atomic breath, and he in the Showa, like when I was watching the Showa era thing of Wikizilla, like tanking, he was able to tank like atomic breath and the gravity beams like some monster.
He does have volcanic armor, they did say.
Yeah, so maybe that could be like his like the form of defense.
And they said that wasn't a natural part of his body. They said that grew onto him while he was in dormancy. So basically him sleeping in a volcano, he evolved just like the Mutos did. So that's interesting to me. They basically talk about how he evolved just by sleeping in a volcano.
Yeah.
Vincent,
What?
thoughts?
Okay. I apologize. Could you catch me up? I'm actually really tired right now.
Okay, I'll read it again.
Okay.
We're talking about his abilities.
Okay.
The list right here says Rodan's wings are wrapped around his body in stasis, but are, I'm not going to say that word because I don't know how to say it. Estimate a wingspan big enough to create a sonic. No, it's not magma. It's Cryptos.
Cryptos?
Yeah, Cryptos. That's probably it. But our Cryptos estimate a wingspan big enough to create a sonic thunderclap capable of leveling entire cities as it flies overhead. RF capture scans reveal that Rodan's skin is not made of rock, but it's made of an outer dermis of sharp volcanic sediment collected from centuries of dormancy. Psyops theorizes that the volcanized appearance of its skin may be an evolutionary trait developed as a form of camouflage against mountain or large rock formations, truly a titan large in fire. Or forged in fire.
Yeah.
So, I just didn't know if you had any thoughts on that.
I do. Now, I love to see how much people are going to try and say that makes Rodan that makes Rodan sound overpowered. Not really. Not really. In my opinion, Rodan was never overpowered in any of the movies. In fact, I think he was actually underpowered. Like he gets overwhelmed so fucking easily in the other movies where he's with Godzilla. Maybe not the Showa movies, but definitely Heisei onwards.
Yeah, he was kind of like a pushover.
Yeah, he was. It's like he wasn't even putting up that much of a fight. Where Rodan can do so much more.
I mean,
it sounds like Michael might be changing that.
In Final Wars, it makes a little bit sense because like a lot of the monsters were their fights were very short and shit. But in the Heisei one, like he get kind of like he wasn't very strong.
Exactly.
Especially against Mechagodzilla, he got fucked up.
All he did was save Godzilla's life.
Well, yeah, but he was still pretty much dead.
Yeah, that's why he saved his life, because he had nothing he could do. He might as well save the baby.
That's a big surprise.
Because at least he knew that Godzilla could save Godzilla Jr. Because they were both trying to get him.
Rodan's a medic.
There's a theory that Rodan was a female in that movie, and Rodan and Godzilla Godzilla Jr. was their baby. That's why Godzilla Jr. had a connection to both of them.
Originally in the original draft, there was supposed to be two Rodans.
Well, that doesn't really make any sense because why would Fire Rodan and Godzilla even fight in that movie if that were the case?
I don't know. Maybe they just got drunk one night, like Godzilla, like Monster Island buddies, and just randomly fucked.
Hey Corey.
What?
So for diorama mode, do I just take a screenshot of it from my PlayStation?
It's gonna pop up a bunch of stuff though. It's gonna be like, oh, Toho Inc. 2015.
No, Ryan. So let me can you quickly show? Oh wait, you're on a computer, right?
I'm on a computer, yeah.
We're going on the King Ghidorah. If you guys have any final thoughts you want to say about Rodan.
Rodan's fucking awesome, and I can't wait to see him in the movie. There you go.
I'm excited to see Rodan if that maquette design is actually like what his design looks like. I'm gonna be quite iffy on the design part of it, but everything else is fine.
Well, Ryan would disagree with you.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, he knows. We've had World War IIs together. Don't worry.
So is there anything like you guys want to do real quick so you can focus on the Monster Zero stuff, or?
Well, first of all, I was gonna say, Ryan, when you want to take a picture, you have to what happened? The screen it shows when you first go in when it says take picture, position, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Obviously, you gotta hit take picture first.
Yeah.
And then you gotta hit the big what's the word? Touchpad. Click that so the stuff will go away.
Yep.
And then you just hit share to screenshot, and you can save the screenshot and stuff.
Oh. So there you go. I just took a screenshot. There we go. Okay, thank you.
Yep.
I just basically did a diorama of Ghidra, the three-headed monster.
Cool. I have a shit ton of dioramas.
I'd say I'm after this live stream, I'm gonna go watch that movie. If anyone wants to join me, feel free.
I would if I could.
I would, but I'm at like the Godzilla marathon thing. So
Vinny, you up for it?
Yeah, sure. I'll see if I have time.
Alrighty.
So, Monster Zero.
yeah,
Specimen, Monster Zero. They're referred to him as super species, by the way. Also, monarch destination Monster Zero. Classification unknown, which is interesting. So he doesn't have a species thing. Nature bioelectric, electrical. Body height 521 feet tall. Wingspan unknown. Range unknown.
So basically, he's the unknown quantity.
He's big as fuck, though.
yeah.
Well, he's King Ghidorah. He's always been big as fuck.
Yeah, but 520, like 3 feet. Jesus Christ. How they even know that? He's frozen in fucking ice.
You can. It's like what's it? The GMK movie where it's like where you could see where you get a gist of what he looks like.
I'm just saying though, he's big, and they're making him bioelectrical. But we'll get on to why. I think I told you guys about that the other night. I know Vinny wasn't there for that conversation.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this. These are pretty short, so I can just read them all the way off. They don't give a lot of details on Ghidorah, which makes sense when you read them. So in the green section, from the Hydra to the Rainbow Serpent, myth was the compass that led us to the resting place of the three-headed Titan. It's the only time they refer to him as a Titan. A name unspoken through millennium of whispered nightmares. Let me quote, a living extinction event named the One Who Is Many. We call it
I love those.
So if you guys want to say anything about that.
We already talked about it, but I'm gonna say it again. I fucking love how they're calling him Monster Zero.
I like the whole. I love those two really cool sounding like subtitle things where it's like the One Who Is Many and my favorite, a living extinction event.
Living extinction event. Oh my god, I absolutely love that.
Yeah. It almost reminds me of freaking Cretaceous Ghidorah, how apparently he extincted the dinosaurs.
Grand Ghidorah. Death Ghidorah.
Yeah. Well, no, not Ghidorah.
The only time an elephant sound effect didn't work for a monster roar.
Yeah, his roars were really bad.
It worked for the T-Rex.
I thought Death Ghidorah's roar was fine.
Vinny, anything you want to say about that short little section before we go on to the yellow stuff?
I really love her. I do like what they are doing so far. That sounds really cool in my opinion. So yeah. I can't wait to see where to go with this. So yeah, I really don't have too much to say about that, to be completely honest.
Well, I guess it's time to read the yellow then, if it'll let me get back on. I don't know what happened. They did announce though the other day he did have activity there, so that's a little interesting. Wonder what was going on there. I will also read the Ken Watanabe quotes with this too. So I'm going to read all of this right here in the yellow section. At the Monarch Containment Facility deep in the frozen tundra of Antarctica, a three-headed winged serpent of the ancient yet unknown origins lies frozen within a glacial tomb of ice. This is without a question the largest superspecies ever discovered, easily dwarfing Godzilla at a height of over 500 feet tall. Whatever scans, you know what I mean, like where they check the body out, reveal a divergent frontal lobe density in the brains of three heads. My fucking god! Big words. Donating each head has Okay, basically what they're saying here is that each head's independent.
Huh. Well,
And then, real quick, Ken Watanabe says, Monster Zero, the One Who Is Many. And then Graham says, ancient Sumerian inscription translate the death song of three storms. That's the yellow section. So if you boys want to share your thoughts.
So his heads move independently, huh? Or, I mean, they work independently.
Why hasn't it always been that way?
Yeah, actually that might be.
Yeah, but they've never really explained it, have they?
I mean, no, but
Not really.
That's such a unique name to me too. The Death Song of Three Storms or whatever.
yeah.
He is gonna summon a bunch of storms.
Well,
Sounds of it.
this cave drawing too shows him shooting out his electrical beams. I'm very interested with his design. His necks are very long in this cave drawing. Very long. He's got in this cave drawing, he's got spikes coming off top of his head. He's got spikes under his throat. He's got long, like, spiky things coming off his body. He's got like weird thin spike things coming off, going down like a row on the back of his neck. Very interesting design. I like the fact though that they literally explain that his head's like independent, and I love the fact I know what Ghidorah's origins are already going to be in the MonsterVerse. I think I told you. I'm glad they're saying it's unknown. I'm glad they're saying they don't know what it is, just so it surprises the fans when they reveal it. Or I guess they don't necessarily reveal it. They just basically hint at it. I don't think I told Vinny.
I don't know what it is, and I don't really want to know.
I told you.
They're
Okay,
of a space origin, pretty much.
he's an alien.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Vinny's probably like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'm like, what the shit?
Which I'm glad, because we haven't really gotten an alien King Ghidorah, not counting Kaiser Ghidorah, since the Showa series.
I won't lie here.
Wait.
There's a big read in the red section. So I'm
Corey,
going to split
Corey, wasn't Grand King Ghidorah alien?
Oh, wait, okay, Grand King Ghidorah was actually, yeah, I forgot about him.
I'm going to split the red section into two parts because the red section's huge. I just realized. So this space go was technically unlocked today, but we've known about it for a few days. So the first part of this, Monster Zero's dermal layer is glided with trace amounts of arame, whatever the fuck that is. I think it's some element. Metallurgical studies, I don't even ask me big words, theorize the scales act as a conductor capable of carrying bioelectric currents through the creature's body. Injuries have been discovered on several places on the beast's body, reminiscent of claw and scorch marks. Exoforensics are currently investigating. That's the first part. What I get from that is that he can shoot electrical beams, which is different from the gravity spikes, but I guess it's more realistic, and it'd make more sense just to say he's shooting electric than gravity. And basically, they almost say he's fought Godzilla in the past, because he's got claw and scorch marks on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
I think it's cool. I think it's interesting how he's fought Godzilla in the past, because now it makes me think, you know, what's he doing in the ice now? How do you get in there?
Maybe all the over speculators are right. Kokango is in the series, and Ghidorah's basically Final Wars Godzilla.
Vinny's?
Yeah, I think it's really cool to be honest. Like, I am interested to see if King Ghidorah and Godzilla did have previous conflicts before Godzilla 2. That'll be interesting to learn if it's true. I mean, for all we know, it could be true. But you know, I'm not getting my hopes up. I never get my hopes up for stuff like this because I don't want to set myself up for disappointment. But still, I think that's actually pretty cool. To be perfectly honest.
Ryan, someone was talking to you in my comments.
Oh, who is it?
Godzilla Creed 2003.
I know him. What's up? What's up, Kyozoku? What does he ask?
He said, "Do you remember the link that he gave you on Instagram?"
Oh, yes, I do. I have not seen the link yet, since I am not one for I am not one for potential spoilers because potential spoilers could be and it's kind of like, oh shit.
Every day, Ryan, I told you some potential spoilers. I've read complete plot leaks to you.
Well, yeah, but I'll give it a check. I'll check it out since then. But
Shall we go on the part 2 of the red stuff?
Sure.
Muscle tendons on the wings are so hypertensile that their massive aerodynamics could generate hurricane force winds when in flight. Coupled with the body's electrical receptor molecular biology capable of conducting electrical currents, water vapor in the air could be heated at extreme levels, creating its own localized storm system as it travels. Simply put, if Monster Zero were to fly again, the stratosphere would be torn open by an otherworldly tempest of thunder and lightning our sky has never seen. Kripal, whatever that word is, has analyzed translations of every worldwide case study of Monster Zero and Monarch database across tens of thousands of years. The ancients call it Ghidorah. I'm glad. They're making him sound like a threat. He flies and like storms follow him, hurricanes follow him.
Kind of reminds me of Manga Bender from Ultraman Orb.
Hey, look, 2 Ultraman Orb references in the same video. How do you look at that?
Both for Ghidorah too, I'm pretty sure.
No, one was for Rodan.
I was close. Vinny?
Oh fuck. Sorry. Yeah, that actually shocked me when I heard that. I was like, "What the fuck?" King Ghidorah is like, jeez, I knew he was powerful, but my god, but my god. Again, yeah, Ghidorah sounds like something you really do not want to fuck around with. I do like the abilities. They sound, the new abilities that he's gonna have. That sounds really cool. And my god, that makes him sound powerful as shit.
Any final thoughts on Ghidorah from you two?
He's the one I'm most excited to see.
Brian?
Yeah, Ghidorah. After hearing about what his design is, I'm just waiting on the execution part of it because, something could sound cool an idea, but the execution could be awful. But knowing this guy, I feel like they're gonna really nail the design. Like they're gonna make it near perfect.
They did 2014 great. Almost everyone likes that design, other than a couple people.
But remember, this is Gareth. That was Gareth Edwards' sort of design. Now, I mean, it's modified, but remember that was his. That was because remember, all these comparisons to the 2014. I 1000% understand why, but also keep in mind that we have different directors now. So
yeah, but Toho has to give the okay anyways. I trust they won't make the same mistake they did with 98 again.
Oh yeah, they do have to give the okay.
So I think
if they were okay, if they were perfectly fine with 98's design, I think they'd be okay with whatever Mike already had.
Because that happened, I think they're a little bit more. I think they actually look into it more.
Because remember, who knows? Maybe Gareth Edwards probably had the idea of a smog-esque design for.
No,
Ghidorah.
you're supposed to look like a fish. Oh, for Ghidorah. I thought we were talking about Godzilla.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah, you never saw that?
Say Ghidorah looks like a fish?
No, Godzilla is supposed to be a fish.
A wild Magikarp appeared, am I right, guys? But yeah, who knows? For Gareth Edwards, maybe his original design was probably the smog one, but remember, he left, so we don't know what the hell.
Well, that's not certain. You never know. I think you guys can hear me still, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because it made that sound like I got kicked out of my own live stream again. I really only got one more topic to talk about, and then after I take that topic, you guys can just say whatever you want, and then we'll probably just end it after that.
Yeah.
If you guys are done talking about Ghidorah.
Wait, what about Ghidorah?
If we're done talking about Monster Zero.
Oh, yeah, pretty much.
I'm happy they're making out like he's going to be an alien, too. Like, they're keeping that a mystery.
Yeah.
So, one more thing I want to talk about, how many locations are on this map. And I'm going to count the ones for Rodan, Mothra, and Ghidorah, too. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I count about 17 spots that have where monsters are, unless I miscount it. and only 3 of them are revealed. 2 of them seem like they were the Mutos, and 1 of them seems like Skull Island. So,
Yeah,
what do you guys think?
weren't 2 of them like one was like in Nevada and the other one was in
Janjiro?
Janjiro?
I'm pretty sure.
So it's like Janjiro, male Muto, and Nevada, the female.
And then there's a one out in the middle of nowhere, which I'm assuming is Skull Island.
I hope that's Skull Island. Like that would make a lot of sense.
Wait,
But
can you
then-
guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that takes 6 of the 17 I counted. So what's the other 11?
Good question.
So it's very interesting. I don't think it's Toho Kaijus. I think people are just over speculating.
Yeah.
From what I've heard, it could be Toho Kaijus. But, of course, it could be another whole Kumanga and Skull Island again, or Ibra's going to be in... Or no, that was a joke.
Or Rodan from Godzilla 2014.
But the thing is, I actually thought that was Rodan. That's the thing.
I didn't fall for that.
Because
Like, that's
because I wasn't into Godzilla back in like when the film was getting hyped up. Like I mean I was a fan of Godzilla. I knew my shit about Godzilla, but I was not as big of a fan of it as I am right now.
Vinny?
I definitely am excited. Maybe as and more excited than I was waiting for the Godzilla 2014 film. I think it's awesome. I like the direction they're going for. Yeah. I just can't wait to see what happens. It sounds ambitious, but if the execution is complete shit, then it's pretty much set up for failure.
I think, Vinny joined in late, so I don't know, but any final topics you guys want to talk about, what we've gotten revealed so far, or even Comic-Con tomorrow before we get ready to end this off?
Little scenes that I hope are in the movie.
What do you mean?
Like, there's like little parts that I wish would be in the movie, even if they're like not that likely.
like what?
Like, there's one scene I want where if Rodan and Ghidorah do fight, I want to
I want
see.
Rodan to do a 180 and just ram Ghidorah out of the air.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Oh,
Be a
I
cool
would
reference to Ghidorah.
I would love that.
Bro, dude, imagine that, though. Imagine, like, a 100-foot tall Rodan doing that to a 500-foot tall Ghidorah.
And he actually does something.
Yeah, he actually knocks him out of the sky.
That was one of my favorite scenes from Ghidorah. Like any fight in the Ghidorah movie. Was
I feel like
scene.
the size
Because,
difference won't be logical, though.
Going back to the whole Gareth Edwards thing, if Mike is taking back from Gareth's original idea, then we could possibly be having sort of a remake of Ghidorah, the three-headed monster.
I'm just
Not
curious, though.
story-wise
I think that would
stuff,
work.
but,
I'm just saying.
No, I'm not saying it's gonna be a full-fledged remake. Like,
Oh, yeah, I know.
Ghidorah's gonna zap Godzilla in the dick
I
and
know.
I
stuff.
think
Like
there'll be
that.
a reference. I think there'll be a reference in there.
Yeah, or like, oh hey guys, remember this movie?
Well,
Yeah, good old
one of the
times.
old synopsises that were official said that they were all going to have a free-for-all at the end. So I'm assuming by the end of the fight there's going to be a 4-way where the monsters just accidentally help each other and attack Ghidorah during it.
Kind of like
they're
a
all
Jurassic
coming.
World thing where the T-Rex and the Raptor team up and fight the Indominus.
Yeah, but I don't think that was indirect. Well, it might have been. They were both
Maybe,
trying to
I
kill
don't know.
Indominus.
The world may never know.
I'm gonna check my comments real quick. Any other topics or small things you want to bring up?
Does anyone have any thoughts on the SH Monster Arts King Goji?
Hell yeah!
I think it's cool that they're making it, but I'm just gonna get the NECA one and use my how the Atomic Breath. This is Tamashi showing their really big budget. Like how they're just using the 64 Atomic Breath. Like
Yeah.
I have the original version 64, so I can just buy the NECA and use that for the Atomic Breath. So I'm not spending like $80 something on it when I can spend 20 on the NECA figure. I think it looks good though.
We'll say I'm so excited for this trailer and just this movie in general. I'm acting the same way I did when 2014 got announced. It's kind of crazy.
I'm super hyped for tomorrow. Like, is there any like when was the what time was the trailer going to be shown again?
I'm assuming
Or at least when was their panel going to be?
the panel, if we're going by Eastern time, they gave it the details in Pacific time. So like the time that Vinny was using earlier that we were talking about. So they'd be 3 hours behind us. So in Eastern time, it would start at 1 o'clock and end at 3 o'clock, or start at 1:30 and end at 3:30.
Okay.
So I would assume we would have to watch when the trailers actually drop, because they might not drop right away, but they could. I'm assuming it'll be after the panel, but I can't guarantee. I don't remember the Kong one. That's why. I know the Kong one dropped the same exact day, like right after the thing. I heard it was as soon as they showed it. Like as soon as they got done showing it, it got uploaded to YouTube.
I hope that's what they do with this trailer.
So do I. But we all know they're going to show the DC stuff first, since that's their big money makers. And when they're done with DC, they're going to show off their other movies. I'm kind of wondering. I feel something's telling me they're going to save Godzilla for last.
Either they're gonna get him out of the way first.
No, they're going to do DC first.
Oh.
Because they're really hyping up Godzilla, so I think they might save him for last. Or either that or the Lego movie, one of the two.
Godzilla's
not the main event, guys. It's Megalon. It's the Lego movie.
Megalon.
It's the fucking you went from Megalon to the Lego movie.
Well, I think
Megalon in the Lego movie confirmed. Why do I keep thinking of saying Megalon? God damn it!
I think the big thing is that I'm very impressed that Godzilla can be traveling towards San Diego all day long, and his heart rate only stays at 16 beats per minute.
Maybe he's done.
For a kaiju that big, wouldn't he have to beat more to get more blood in throughout his body? Because his body's bigger, so blood would take longer to transfer.
Either that or it's a 60-foot tall lizard.
It's not actually Godzilla. They got the wrong. They've been tracking the wrong thing. It's actually the mosasaur that escaped from Jurassic World.
It's a mutated.
No, it's Godzilla 1998. They're just hidingly bringing him in, and they're just gonna have all the monsters team up and kick his ass, and they just shake hands at the end.
Ghidorah appears.
It's you know what I bet it is?
Speaking of which, I just kicked his ass.
What?
It's probably a mutated wolf and a giant mutated crocodile.
Oh my god!
That can kick the shit out of Godzilla. Okay.
No, it's a giant bird that's the size of a battleship.
It's a flying battleship. Aha!
It's a battleship. Okay.
Aha!
Okay.
Perfect pattern.
It's about 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock's when I wanted to end the stream. So everyone be on the lookout tomorrow. The panel's at 1:30 Eastern time, 10:30 PST, and it ends around 12:30. If we go by the logic from the last couple Comic-Cons, the trailers will drop as soon as they're shown at Comic-Con. Whether or not they do that this year, who knows? But they gave it an official rating, so I'm assuming it's going to be released online, since they already gave it official runtime and rating, which they hardly ever do for these Comic-Con trailers. They usually do that if they're going to be released in theaters. So I'm assuming no matter what, we're getting a trailer tomorrow.
Oh, wait, what if they don't say anything about Godzilla 2 tomorrow? What if it's all just big fat fly?
It's confirmed by them. They're going to be talking about Godzilla's going to make an appearance there.
What if they're lying to bring our hopes up?
You're lying. You're hiding something out there.
Oh my god.
No, they literally said that just to be like, yo, we only said that so you guys could shut up about the Godzilla 2 trailer, you know? Because
my wife died here. Something killed my wife.
Conspiracy theory. They actually don't have anything planned for it. They're just saying it to tell everyone who's been bitching at them for a Godzilla 2 trailer to finally shut the hell up.
The Millie Bobby Brown footage.
And if they actually do that, I will literally go all out on all those people who did that. I will literally rant at them.
Dude, I'll just kill myself. Anyways, guys, I would just to say though, I'm about 98% sure there's going to be a trailer tomorrow, so I wouldn't really worry. There's a lot of confirmations that really show that it's more likely than not there's going to be a trailer that's going to be released online. We already gave our thoughts on what we thought was going to be in it and stuff, and I guess it's just look forward. I will be streaming tomorrow. I will probably start roughly around 1 o'clock, 1:30-ish, I would assume. I don't know if anyone else is going to be a part of that stream. That's up to them, I guess. But we'll be talking while the panel's going on, and as news drops, we'll be covering it. And if the trailer drops, I'll be recording my video while the live stream's going on, and then start editing it while it's going on. So we can give our as soon as we see all of us see the trailer, we can give our thoughts if anyone joins in afterwards, and that's just how the stream will go. That's how I plan to lay it out. So, thank you all who came onto the stream. We did have a decent amount of people compared to what we usually have for these kind of live streams. I mean, 6 people. That's not really. I've had a lot more than 6 people on a stream at a time. I think when we did the Monster Planet stream, I had like about 20 people watching it at one point.
I forget. Was that like me, you, and Godzilla Gamer, or was there more?
It was a couple of us. We had about like 20 people watching that. But again, 6 viewers. And again, that's not even like counting all the people that came on and, left. But thank you all for coming on. And if everyone wants to say their goodbyes.
I don't have an outro, so see you people. I'm excited for the panel and the trailer.
Megalon should be in the Monsterverse. That's a fucking fact.
Hey, Vinny, go.
With that being said, it is I am Super Mario, who you can call me Vinny, and I just want to say, stop hating on the SH Monster Trucks Godzilla 1962 so early. The figure is not even out yet. It was just revealed. And yes, I'm aware of the dumbass promo images because Tamachi actually switched the hands switched the hands somehow. And but that's not enough to make the figure look bad already. And yes, I'm aware that price of $100 is bullshit. But fuck it, people are just gonna buy it anyway because my Monster Trucks videos have done nothing to contribute to society.
I like when I complain about the prices, at least I don't go and buy it. And then there's people like $100 prices. That's ridiculous. Are you gonna buy it? Oh, I already bought it actually.
But remember, guys. The Monsterverse will be complete crap if Megalon is not in it at all. We need Megalon.
If this movie turns out bad, I feel like Kong's like in for the worst.
Yeah.
No, it's already in for the worst. Megalon's not in it yet.
Shut the fuck up.
No, you shut up. We need Megalon, dude.
Okay. Thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I better end this before this goes downhill. And tomorrow's a big day, guys. Get excited, get some rest. Probably like I won't. And tomorrow, guys. As always, thank you all for watching. We'll be covering it. And as always, peace. Bye-bye.
Megalon from Monster.